Thing is most interesting about this Halle Berry thing is that if you've ever been with somebody who lies to you and cheats on you, then it seems like it's a script. It is a written script for all of us that have had it done to us.
Gretchen and I had this conversation.
It is always and exactly the same. I mean, it is crazy how, for those of us that it's happened, when you ask somebody, look, what about this or what about that? How they get angry at you and then they make you feel horrible about yourself.
And make you feel insane.
Right. And it's like it is, and then they go, why are you always I can't believe this. You're always asking me about, they make you feel awful.
Yeah, you have no right to ask me all these questions.
Yeah, it's none of your business.
You're not the police. You're my wife. Yep.
And so if you go to number 7, Jack, it's funny because y'all have gone through this and felt nuts and then gone to that insecure place and then held on even tighter because he told you were insecure, so then you must be insecure, so you grab hold of him and because you're drowning.
Right.
So just listen to this.
A flag is when I would confront him about something. I think early on I was scratching at, there's some other women in our life here. When I started to scratch at that, he would take that and, turn it back on me and somehow make me insecure or needy for asking all these questions. And as a woman, I have a right to know. If I'm your committed partner, I have a right to know where you were at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that doesn't make me insecure.
Nice.
It doesn't make me needy. I have a right to ask those questions and demand an answer. And when that gets turned back around on me, you're just needy and insecure, that would make me retreat because I don't want to be needy and insecure.
Wow.
But it reads like a manual.
Yep, absolutely.
Because you confront them, then they get mad at you, and then it's like she said, you retreat because you don't want to make them mad. But then you sit there and you eat yourself inside out because you know something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think it's really interesting because I never thought about this, but you know what? It's okay not to ever trust somebody again.
Sure, absolutely.
Because there's also that side of the manual, which is they make you feel guilty for not trusting them.
Yeah, give me one more chance.
Yeah, or why wouldn't you trust me?
Oh, okay.
It's been so long now. Why wouldn't you trust me now? Well, because
the best indication of your future is your past.
But I really
confusing talk shows.
Jack, if you could go to number 6 again, but this is really true. I didn't even think about this, but you know what? It's okay not to trust these people again.
Because it's been 2 years since this happened, and my trust level is in the minus category still. And there is no way. I think I finally, and it breaks my heart to accept that there's just no way I can ever trust again in this relationship. And I've tried, and he's tried, but there's just no way. Just too much damage had been done with that realization that this was the life. And it breaks my heart because I love him, and I know he loves me.
Wow.
It's interesting because, I loved FP, and I knew he loved me, but it's okay, and he made me feel like crap for not trusting him.
Could he not help himself? Is that your theory?
He couldn't help himself.
Yeah.
He couldn't. God love him.
And do you think he did it to slap you in the face, or he just couldn't help himself?
I think he did it to slap me in the face.
So do I.
Yeah. I think it was a power trip.
We offered to beat him up,
I know you did, but that's okay. He has to live with himself. I don't. But I think I'm better now.
Yes, so do I. Glad to see you let it go.
And let's see here. Jack, if you can go to number 5. I'm not even sure what it's about. We're trying to find the one about power, but go ahead. 5.
So when there are many women that you have to get over within the course of being married a couple of years, and you find out that there have not been 1 or 2, but, in the double digits there, how do you ever begin to trust again?
That is the issue that forced me to file for a divorce.
Oh, well, because she can't.
Yeah.
And number 4, Jack, I don't believe in sex addiction, by the way. I think it's just a total power trip and an ego thing for whoever's doing it.
Possibly.
Go ahead.
People think when you say sex addict that means you're some pervert or something. That's
No,
how they
yeah.
picture it. But it is the #1 addiction in this country that nobody ever talks about. And a lot of men are sex addicts, but women just say, oh, they're being dogs.
They're dogs.
They're just dogs.
Or you know how men are.
You know
We make
how men are.
excuses.
That's how women explain it. But a man who can't literally, be without women.
Right.
Just can't be without women, and sexual activity with women has to have it all the time.
Right.
For whatever it feeds in them.
And I think it stems from a real lack of self. It's a way that they empower themselves.
That's
because
right.
most of the time they feel so empowered,
Yeah.
unempowered in the world. And so this is a way they get their power back.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you know what? I do too, because y'all are, you as men, they're raised to be the breadwinners, and then you have a lot of pressure to live up to the expectations of your father and all
Right,
that crap.
absolutely.
People write songs about it. You don't, Jack, because your dad's gone.
Right. And I disagree with the number one addiction. I know way more people addicted to caffeine.
You know what, though? I listened very carefully to that, and she doesn't necessarily say it's the number one addiction.
The number one not talked about.
She says it's the number one addiction that nobody talks about. So she really hedged her bets right there.
Can you play it again, Sam or Jack? It's number 4. Sorry.
People think when you say sex addict that means you're some pervert or something. That's
No,
how they
yeah.
picture it. But it is the number one addiction in this country that nobody ever talks about. And a lot of men are sex addicts, but women just say, oh, they're being dogs.
They're dogs.
They're just dogs.
Or you know how men are.
You know
They make
how men are.
excuses.
That's how women explain it. But a man who can't literally, be without women.
Right.
Just can't be without women, and sexual activity with women has to have it all the time.
Right.
For whatever it feeds in them.
And I think it stems from a real lack of self. It's a way that they empower themselves.
That's
because
right.
most of the time they feel so empowered,
Yeah.
unempowered in the world. And so this is a way they get their power back.
Wow, that was a good one. All right, so here's what I think we've learned so far from Halle Berry.
What have we learned?
We've learned that men will flip it and make it your fault, make you feel insecure. They'll yell at you, they'll scream at you, they'll make you somehow amazingly grab on tighter.
Right? Although I didn't learn that from Halle Berry. I learned that from you. You've
Yeah.
said that clearly before.
Yeah, that flipping of the script.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that is something that you have to, if you believe this is happening, stand by your guns and stand by it and go, hey, this is happening, and don't let him back you down. Why are you
Right.
doing this? Blah, blah. Number
Where there's
2
smoke,
is
there's fire.
it's okay never to trust somebody again. It
Yep.
really is. Even after 2 years, when they yell at you and go, I can't believe, why is it you don't trust me? Because I don't. And
Yeah.
I'm okay with that decision.
Especially if they've done it in the double digits like this guy.
Yeah.
In 2 years of marriage.
So it's okay to move on with your life, even if you love somebody. If you don't trust them, bye-bye.
Yeah, I agree with you. I would never stay with a woman. I would never stay with a woman I didn't trust, that I thought might, even flirt too much at the office.
Well, and not only that, but if you find that somebody screwed around on you and they're not on their hands and knees and begging for forgiveness,
for mercy.
but instead they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself or yelling at you, if they're
I'm with
not
ya.
doing all it takes to get your trust back, then screw them
Right, I agree 100%.
or kill them.
I
I might
agree
be
100%.
angry today.
You don't seem angry. You seem articulate.
And finally, the last one I think we learned is that the reason why men lie and cheat is because they're insecure little bastards who need power.
Right.
You missed one.
What?
No matter how beautiful and rich and successful you are, guys will still screw you over.
Right.
That one I didn't want to look at.
There is a chapter in Bill Maher's book, I've mentioned this before, called Show Me the Most Beautiful Woman in the World, and somewhere there's some guy tired of sleeping with her.
And which tells me is he's an insecure little bastard.
Bill, certainly.
I know, and you know what's sad is I shouldn't be turned on by it at all. I should be turned off by the fact that he's so mental. Anyway, we're talking
Sounds
about...
like you're talking about me.
Yeah, well, we were off the air, by the way, to include y'all in on this, because we were talking about the Halle Berry thing and the cheating and lying, son of a bitch.
Right.
And then we were just talking about Stench and I, since Stench now watches Oprah. We've
Right.
been bonding more.
Yeah, right, I understand.
It was a good opening.
I'm going to fight and ride with Jason, and you're going to bake cookies and watch Oprah with Jamie.
Oprah was really good. I love Halle Berry even more than I did before now.
Are you eating
Are you
something
eating
or
some
do
of
you have
your
a
home-
hair lip?
The
There's some-
food that we baked at Wolfgang
Yeah.
Puck's last night.
He's eating his own bake.
My pizza was the best, I think.
What'd you make?
I made pizza.
Well, what kind?
I have no idea. I had some champagne. Don't remember. No, I'm kidding. I made tomato and cheese and tomato and cheese, and then I had some goat cheese.
And some basil.
Some basil.
Ba-
Yes,
yeah, go wrong
yes,
with
Jack.
basil.
I am so proud of you knowing basil. I had a pinch of basil. You're
You
right.
cannot go wrong with basil.
Mine was the biggest pizza because I stretched it out the biggest and longest. It's all about the stretching and letting it like kind of.
Very nice.
Yeah. I'm all about the pizza. Anyway, all right. So we were talking about this bastard, what's his name? Eric, whatever.
Benet.
Eric Benet.
Yeah, and
Good looking guy.
and
Yep.
what we've learned thus far from our Miss Hallie is that
Men cheat.
men cheat to gain power because they feel insecure, and it's the one thing that they can like do for themselves to feel good about themselves
Right.
or wanted or loved or whatever the hell they're looking for in life. What was the other one?
It's a whole potpourri. There's so many
There
issues.
is so many. There are so many. I know. Let's just take some phone calls.
It's a
'Cause
control thing.
there's that.
There's that.
There's that's okay not to trust somebody again and
Right.
and not feel bad about yourself. That they flip the script like a manual
Yeah.
and make you feel bad about yourself. And I don't know. It's just a mess. But here is Anita to explain it all. Anita.
Well, I don't know if I'll be able to explain this at all. I mean, men, this is unexplainable to me. But Jamie, I couldn't agree more with what you said. As far as I think men do cheat for the most part because they do. That's the only way they could feel a little more powerful. I mean, who the hell would cheat on Halle Berry?
Anybody.
Especially to marries into the marriage. No kids. It's not like she's, lost her looks or anything. I mean, there's no excuse for it anyway, but it would have to be. I mean, who knows how she was dealing with her fame, too. And he was probably just feeling like less of a person, and he thought, ooh, I'm jealous of her. She's got more money, more
Well, I'm
fame.
sure he did feel
I'll
completely.
show her.
Yeah, he probably felt inferior to her. I'm sure
Right.
he did.
Yeah.
And so, what better thing to
Ooh,
do
how
than
evil.
But can you ask that question? Can you say there's no such thing as a sex addict yet? Who would possibly cheat on Halle Berry?
Well, no.
I don't know this whole sex addict thing. That just sounds all skeevy. I don't even know how to. I mean, I think all.
I don't believe in it either. I believe that
Yeah.
I think there's an ego addict.
Totally,
That's what
yeah.
I think it
There's
is.
I
ego
believe in
addict.
it.
There you go. I believe totally in an ego addict.
Yeah, I mean,
because-
there's a reason why we say midlife crisis for men. What we mean is they're ego addicts. They need the fast car. They need, the younger girl on their arm to feel like they're actually something.
Fast
And there's
motorcycle with
so
skulls
many-
on your belt?
Yeah, and there's so many beautiful women. They just can't have just one. They just want it. They want them all. A little blonde here, a brunette here, a red here.
Well,
Who
it's not
knows?
even that they want them. It's that they want them so they know they're worthy. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's that
And
thing.
that other comment that you made, Jamie, also as far as a week later he stops her from the suing part, and you were kind of like, well, that was kind of big of him. I don't think. I mean, that's kind of weird. He was going to get caught anyway. He had no choice. but to
Right.
come
Well,
in
he
and
I
could
agree.
have.
stop
No, you know
her.
what? He could have stuck through the whole damn thing.
No, because they'd have subpoenaed the woman and she'd have caved.
But still, I mean, he could have stuck through the thing for a while longer and made something else.
Well, my point was that he was protecting half his money.
Well, I
You know,
don't
because
if they
those
had a
lawyers,
prenup
they
or
cost
whatever.
millions. And he was. She's right. He was going to get caught anyway.
Yeah, bastard. Jack, that guy's a bastard.
Yes, he is. We all agree.
Did it when an autistic boy wakes up and doesn't go to school for 3 days because he's 6 years old and his mom's dead.
Yep, I hate that.
He's just eating Pop-Tarts for 3 days, and they thought, where's little Timmy? So they went over to his house. Little Timmy was just so excited to see everybody because he's been at home. And they said, where's your mom, little Timmy? And he said, she's sleeping. And they went and saw his mom. She wasn't sleeping.
Oh.
She was dead.
Oh, but he got all the Pop-Tarts he wanted.
Yep, but thank God they arrived because he was down to the last strawberry one, which I hate.
Have you tried the new French toast ones?
Mm-mm.
Rock.
And roll.
That's different, a roll. Get that at Cinnabon. No, that's a bun.
Also, did you know that if you take aspirin, you might not get booby cancer?
Yeah, I read that.
Yep, it reduces the risk of tumors whose growth is fueled by either estrogen or progesterone. About 70% of women who get breast cancer have this type of tumor. So, seems to me I should be taking some aspirin.
Yep.
But then again, if I get a tumor in my boob, it'd be bigger. It's like it's nature's implant.
You're retarded.
That could have been the sickest thing I've ever said, especially since my mom
That's what I'm thinking,
died.
especially in your circumstances.
Oh my God. We deal with the pain with comedy.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my God. It's nature's implant.
That's what
Please
she
don't
said.
ever quote me.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Oh, I know, okay? We've all pointed it out. Leave me alone. Pushing a random button, getting away from the nature's
I think
implant.
you should.
Here is a man by the name of Oscar. Hello, Oscar.
Hi, Oscar.
How's it going?
Hi, it's good. How are you?
You guys rule.
We
rule!
Thank you.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that I think Halle Berry's flipping the script a little bit.
Really?
Oh, you must be like a
A
guy.
guy. What do you got for us, Oscar?
Well, I'm a former employee of Eric.
A former employee.
Yeah. So everything you say is alleged.
Everything she says is alleged.
All right.
Well, what do you want to tell us?
He'd like to defend. It
I-
sounds to me
I-
the extra.
I've seen him resist the most blatant advances from the most beautiful women around the world because he was so into her.
Right. Because why? Because that's not a challenge.
It's not a challenge.
That wouldn't feed your ego, right? Women throwing themselves at you. You have to go and get them.
It wasn't about ego. I mean, she needs to perform her wifely duties, if you know what I mean.
She
So
said
you're
on Oprah that she was actually putting out.
Well, I beg to differ.
And how do you know if she was putting out? Were you in the bedroom?
I know I wasn't in the bedroom, but
Oh,
he
exactly.
confided in one of the bandmates, and one of the bandmates confided in me, and
So
And
then
I-
they told two people, and so you have it third hand.
secondhand.
So you're listening to a drummer?
Well, what happened?
2, 3.
So what happened?
So he just got tired of waiting for it. You know, she'd be on a movie set, and she didn't want to come out of character, so he wouldn't get done. She'd come home from a movie set, and she'd have to come out of character for a few days, so he'd have to spend it in the extra room. You know, just stupid things like that.
I saw Monsters Ball, and that character, she boned.
Yeah. So why wouldn't she want a bone in character? That'd kind of be fun.
I'm kind of thinking that my wife's an actress.
Huh. Well, Oscar, she says, she claims, and of course, I guess there are two sides.
Two sides to every story.
She
Of course.
claims that she, was a good wife, attentive, all that crap, and that she put out and stuff.
I think if she would have, she said she did, he wouldn't have strayed.
That's stupid.
Now what?
If she put out like she said she did, he wouldn't have strayed.
That's not true.
That's not
That's
true.
not true at all. I mean, I know a million. Well, okay, that's a lie. I know like 3 women who totally have put out for their husbands and they've strayed. That's never been a theory. Actually, the theory is two things. Number 1, men cheat because they need power. They're feeling insecure. They feel worthless or whatever, and they need to feel like they're alive, or they need to
Right.
feel like they're worth something. Number 2, the more money you have as a man,
Right, absolutely.
apparently the more likely you are to cheat because you need that kind of power as well to go along smack dab
Right,
along with
and
your
more
money.
likely the wife is to stay because she's gotten used to the money and power.
Yeah, so that's what we know there, Oscar. Statistically, it's not about the chicks that put out.
All right, thanks for calling up and just lying to us.
Bastard. What?
He is right about women throwing themselves at that guy. I worked at a station before where women came around. We had him in studio and honestly threw themselves at
Yeah,
him.
but how fun is that?
He's a good-looking guy. He had ample opportunity, more than your average man.
I believe that's true, but what I'm saying is that's not really that fun. To me, it wouldn't be fun. It's the guy or the girl that you can't, like, you kind of feel like it is into you because, not because you're Halle Berry, Barrelys?
Right, exactly.
Halle
According
Berry.
to Eric.
Did I tell you about breast implants? All right, I'm pushing another button. Here's Antonia. Antonia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Jamie,
Amy.
first of all,
Who's Amy?
I'm so sorry that you don't see the point of view from a woman. I mean, first of all, you act like men are, like, terrible for
Are you drunk?
things, but look at women.
Are you drinking there, sister?
No, I'm not drinking. I'm just surprised. I mean, Halle Berry's probably a nightmare. I mean, she's an actress. She's, like, in character. I mean,
I'm trying to understand your point, so could you make it a little clearer?
okay, my point is that the women are just as at fault, and women cheat as much as men.
I believe that's true.
That is true, but I believe that
But
women.
basically what you're saying is that men need power, men need ego, but women need the same thing. Women need to feel worthy. I'm from LA. I've seen it all. I mean, I can't.
What does that have to do?
You
with
have like this ideal that men are the bad guys, and that's what you say. That's what I hear when I listen to you, and it's surprising because women are just as involved.
Sister, I cheated on my husband, but I will tell you this. I mean,
Well, there's a good defense right
well,
there.
I am.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, I'm not saying I did it, but you know, Antonia, the point is that men cheat for the power. They really do. I mean, they need it. They want it. Blah blah. And wait, hold on.
You can't act like they're robots that need power. Feed me. I mean, they're not.
Well, that's
like,
true. And women cheat for love and
affection.
we are needy for the put your arms around me, tell me you love me. We're not about the stooping. We're about the put your arms around me and tell me I'm important to you and that you love me.
And then we'll
all I'm
stoop.
saying is that we both play an integral part in building a relationship. First of all, Halle Berry, fine. I mean, I love Oprah, so that she went on. The only reason I commend it is because it is Oprah, but I mean, you know what? It's really no one's business what goes on in their bedroom, and that you're getting her side.
It is absolutely my business who's sleeping with Halle Berry.
Yes.
Why do people start yelling out baloney? Why not spam? Why not like
I yelled that out with my computer.
Pimento loaf?
Franks and beans.
I'm glad this took this turn. So Jamie and I are in there working away, slaving away for the man, and she's working on little comedy bitches for your entertainment. Look at me go.
Yeah.
God, you type fast.
ASDF JKL semicolon. I took typing.
You fly.
Well, I took typing.
Well, you rock on
Do they
it.
still teach typing in school?
Yeah, sure.
No.
Yes.
Now it's called computers.
I know. That's what I was going to say.
I told you I was watching a kids show the other day, and the whole episode was on what a typewriter was, because kids now don't know what it
Oh,
was.
Jack. Kids these days, don't make me do that show again.
Andy Rooney still types on his 1939 whatever, and I think in a way it's kind of groovy and stuff, but it's stupid now.
So does Jackie Collins.
Yeah, I think you should move on now.
Remember,
Just
she
admit
told
it.
us
Yep.
that she types all her things on that.
Just admit it and go on to what's
Yeah,
easier.
but Danny, who doesn't love the smell of whiteout?
That's true.
And wasn't that one of the first jokes to come out about computers? The blonde joke where she put the whiteout on the screen?
Yeah, it was.
That was an
Look
oldie
at
but a
you
good
go.
one. Yeah, amazing. Why are you sniffing the whiteout?
I get high.
With a little help from my
And then I
friend.
can deal with the damn
That's
better.
funny because I was thinking,
See?
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Very nice.
You know what,
So
though?
you snort that so you can deal with me better?
Yes.
Why do they still make whiteout? It's just not practical.
So you can deal with me, apparently.
So I can deal with the Dan, because I know today I'm going to end up going to that stupid gym and watching him run off our friends.
Fly Stallone.
Yes.
I think the whiteout will help.
And today, where is Dan going to be?
The La Brea boxing gym at, I believe... I'm going-
726 South La Brea.
Yep. I should be there somewhere between 2 and 3.
The Contender. They're having auditions is what they're talking about with Sly Stallone, Chicory Leonard, blah, blah, blah. It's a new reality show. Danny is going to run off our friend Sly today.
I swear to
at,
God
like,
I'm not. I swear to
3.
God I'm not. I'm going to go a couple of rounds and go home.
Hey, look, you know what? Like, sometimes I think I'm friends with somebody. And
I don't think I'm friends with them. I'd love to be friends with them, but I want to go a couple rounds.
Like my friend Tori. She didn't even invite me to the shower. I thought we were friends.
Okay, even though he said it would be hard for me to throw a punch from my straitjacket,
Yes, he did, which is brilliant.
I think that there's an implied invitation there. How would it be hard for me to throw a punch in my straitjacket unless I was there trying?
Okay, I see your point.
Thank you.
Has Tori called?
Yeah.
She said, make the Dan stay away from
She
Sly.
wants to have lunch with you and Sly.
She wants to fight.
Authorities in Arkansas. I love Arkansas.
Yeah, well, didn't that baby with 15 babies come from there?
I believe that was
Yeah.
Arkansas. The Duggars.
Yeah, the Duggar
Duggars.
family.
Yeah, we talked to them earlier this morning.
Why does he have so many babies? Because he dug her.
Yeah, that's right. And that was the joke that we made, and we laughed.
Yep.
In case you missed it.
But they're all new now.
They're trying to find out if a man in Little Rock ended up dying from bites from poisonous snakes he had ordered on the internet.
Wow.
Police haven't determined whether it was a snake bite that killed this guy. The man had just picked up 4 venomous snakes from the Little Rock airport, and then boom, dead in his rental car.
I got to go with maybe. All indications, snakes in the library with Colonel Mustard.
Here's why I don't purchase rental cars when they're for sale is because he was found dead in a rental car. He had been there for quite a while because he was found pale and covered in dried vomit.
That's poison.
The next day, a Little Rock resident discovered the box of snakes at a city intersection near downtown. So anyway, my guess is that's probably what happened.
You know what the problem is with rental cars in my world is all rental cars are ATVs.
You mean that you can just run them all over the place?
Yep, I don't care what make or model they are. If I've rented it, it's an ATV.
I know. I mean, it's true. You can. I mean, you can even throw them into reverse when you're still driving forward. You don't really care.
Although, that club that let me use that, what was that car I drove?
You had a Aston Martin. Don't even tell them.
It's
the most beautiful car ever made in the history of the world.
And they let me use it for a TV show. What is that? Hollywood Club Car, HollywoodCarClub.com let me use it. And I think you're almost obligated to return a $500,000 car
You guys, you
without
should
cigarette
have
butts in it.
seen this car. You could shift gears with a press of the button on the steering wheel.
As a matter of fact, to go in reverse, you had to.
And I sat in it, and it fell in love with me, and it hugged me and comforted me.
Well, join the club. And then you can use that. Ferraris, Rollses.
No, how about I just find some really rich guy to buy me one?
But you don't need that if you join the club. It's awesome. You'd love it.
No, it's expensive. I can't afford it.
Not for you, it wouldn't be.
Yes.
I can get you a deal. $3 a year.
And I
For any car you
could
want.
drive an Aston Martin.
HollywoodCarClub.com, and it'll only be $3
You know
for
what?
Jamie.
I love my Cerritos Nissan.
Me too.
I love it, and I wouldn't go home without it, so I'm going to stick with my Cerritos Nissan, and I love Peter Feist, and I don't need me no Aston Martin to be somebody.
I'm taking my big doggy Dukes home in my Cerritos Nissan truck with this brand new kennel in the back.
Wow, how many plugs are you going to get in there?
It's just my dog.
Stop by Jiffy Lube.
That's
and
right.
then don't forget some Pro Flowers.
Absolutely. Well, I will. Well, as long as I'm doing plugs, I will send. First, I'll go to Jiffy Lube in my big truck, so it's perfect to get my dog from California Canine Academy home. And then once I get it home to make it welcome, I will get it some ProFlowers.com.
But it's a shame that only 2 of those people are paid sponsors.
Right, but I didn't say it the first time. You challenged me, and I didn't do it.
Oh, you didn't tell us that you made the paper.
Me?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yep. Jack, breaking news. A man who broke into an animal shelter armed with a samurai sword.
I've kind of done this.
He tried to retrieve his dog from the animal shelter. He was jailed for 15 months.
Okay, I was much, much, much younger, but I thought my girlfriend, who only lived at the corner, was cheating on me. So I dressed in my ninja suit. And I figured as long as I'm dressed in the ninja suit, I might as well wear the sword. So I'm in her front yard in a tree in a ninja suit with a samurai sword.
And did you fall out and say, what does that guy say on Pink, Pretty in Pink?
No Yankee the...
Yeah. Did you say something like that?
No, they didn't catch me.
Oh.
I just stood there ninja'd out.
Wow. Yep. That is one way not to get your animal if it's in the shelter
Right.
is don't show up with a ninja sword and hi-ya.
No, remember my dog was in the shelter. I just went and got it and had one of those Lojacks put in his back.
Yeah, I know. Good for you. That's
Yep.
good. That's good. All right. Anyway.
I'm responsible.
We were talking about the Halle Berry on Oprah crap. Let me just play the rest of these clips. First of all, she's sad and crap. Crap, that's 2 craps. Actually, it's like 5 because then I went crap. Now I'm like at 7.
You could keep this up all day.
Between that and the tumors are nature's implants,
Yeah, that was a nice one.
I got myself a show.
Not this one.
Nope. Anyway, she's very sad that her husband cheated on her, and there's all kinds of different theories about why, what, when, where, and that's why everybody's calling. But Jack, if you could play number 8, because we'll just play all the rest of the clips and be done with this stuff.
8.
Towards, other relationships? Or are you open to the possibilities?
I am, but I'll never get married again. And I always hate to say never do anything, but I will never marry again. Not that I won't have a committed relationship and be in love.
You will never marry
I will
again?
never marry again.
And you can say that now, sitting here?
Yes, and mean it with every bone in my body. And it's
Really?
true for me. I will never marry again. Never.
Why?
No need to now.
No
No
need.
need to get married.
No need.
I had a need before because I wanted to prove I could be a wife, I guess, or I wanted that fantasy. All that stuff's out the window for me now.
Yeah.
I am who I am. I've had this tumultuous road. I don't need to get married, but I do need a partner because I'm a very a person who likes to be in relationship and be committed. I don't want.
Why'd you pick the wrong husband?
Wow. I don't know if
Do
you can
believe
say.
her?
Well, I don't think you can say you'll never do anything again. I mean, I know we did this show yesterday, like
Right.
what I'll never do again. I mean, I believe the woman that people that have had accidents doing certain things.
Right, and elective things.
Yeah.
I'll never jump out of a plane again. I'm
Right.
done.
But I don't know if something like that. Maybe you can just sit there and say that. And now that she said it, I don't know if you can go back on it.
No.
'Cause-
She'd go, I'm really sorry. I can't possibly marry you. Told Oprah I wouldn't.
And Jack, number 9.
And you know what? If there's no man in 2 years,
there's no man in
when,
2
when I
years.
get to around 40, that's my limit for myself. If there's no real serious man, whoever I'm dating at the time, I'll say, hey, would you like to have a baby?
Oh, she can wait till 48, according to Gina Davis. Or
Right,
whatever.
but according to her, her cutoff point is 80. 40.
And Danny, you went to math college, so how old do you think she is?
I believe she's 38.
Yeah, that's right. And finally, Jack, the last one, and then we'll get these phone calls.
Do you think that there was something about yourself that allowed you to be blinded to whatever it was that was there? Do you think? Yeah.
Because I wasn't secure enough in myself to realize that I have the right to ask these questions, that I can be demanding. I was suffering from feeling like I was very needy in the world and very dependent on a relationship. And it allowed me to accept less than I fully deserve from a relationship. And I now know, even if it means I'm relationship-less or I'm single, I'm okay all by myself. A man does not complete me.
But there is something to be said about that because I went through that my own self. Remember how I always thought I had to have a boyfriend?
Right?
They complete me.
But now,
I've never had more fun in my
your
life.
Sea-Doo completes you.
Oh my God, I've never had more fun in my life than with my girlfriends.
I know what you mean.
I told you guys this before. I've never really let myself be that close with girlfriends and stuff. But wow, I've just never had so much fun.
Good for you.
Yay.
You deserve it.
All right. So Antonia, she called earlier and she was a little irritated, and it's
She was mad at you for
me.
not representing women correctly, if I remember.
because we all cheat.
we all cheat. As
and-
many women as men cheat. That's a statistical fact.
And I seem like a man hater, and it's not just men; it's women. And then we went on to why do people yell out, "Hey, baloney," and then we
Right.
kind of lost her. So Antonia, are you still there?
Yeah, real quick.
Okay. Actually, it's not me who wants to talk to you. It's Sarah. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Meet Antonia.
Hello?
Hi-
Hello.
Hi, Sarah. Meet Antonia.
Hi. Hi.
Go ahead, Sarah. What did you have to say?
Oh, I just thought that, you totally just yelling at, Jamie and Danny for something that they were just, throwing out their views on. I didn't think that they were trying to blow men down or anything like that, but it just came on and made them seem like they were, just like men haters or something, saying that they thought that all men were robots. I'm sorry?
I'm getting a perspective across from what I'm hearing and what other people are probably hearing too, and that's that
Oh.
so why do we act like they're the ones at fault? Because I know, being a woman, that I'm at fault a lot of the times, and that to make a relationship work with a man, it's about compromising both of our values. It's not, I'm at fault just like the women.
Are you trying to tell us that you cheat?
I don't think we'll ever know, Danny.
That's all right. I can live without her.
It's kind of sad, isn't it? We'll never know.
Pimento loaf.
Love pimento loaf. That is a brilliant idea. I just don't know how they do it, and I wish the Food Network would show me.
Yes.
Because they do, like, unwrapping America or whatever. We got to call that guy and tell him to do pimento loaf.
All right.
How do they make it? Here's Ed. Hello.
Hey,
Ed.
What's happening?
Oh, just hanging out.
Love you guys. You guys are a riot.
Thank you.
you.
All right. So here's my take on everything. Well, thank God, first of all, that she's not going to give up sex scenes like, Monster Ball. She can give up, man. That's fine. But little sexist joke there.
No,
I think it's important
that was a crazy scene. That was
yeah.
yeah.
But I think there's different classifications. I'm a reformed cheater.
Right.
So, and so is my girl. In fact, she cheated with her boyfriend, and we've been together for 2 years.
Okay.
So right on there. But
I have
I think
questions. I have questions.
Okay, go
Why
ahead.
did you cheat?
I cheated because I was cheated on. So my whole take on it was basically, you know what? My thought was that all girls are tramps until you're engaged to the one you're going to marry. I didn't care if it was my girlfriend or not. I just like, okay, well, this girl can cheat on me at any given minute. So I was just kind of like putting up this wall.
I told everybody last night that I like bad boys, but I would never marry one.
Right. So, and smart move.
So I think it's the same thing. You would date a cheater, but you wouldn't marry one. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? I guess.
That's right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But I don't know. I think I know why Eric might have cheated. Maybe she didn't pick up the Dr. Laura Proper Care and Feeding Husbands book.
That's a good book. I hate to admit it. That's a good book.
We were supposed to have her on too, but I think she was.
Did you read that book?
Afraid.
But you know what I find really, really crazy and interesting is that I've gone out with friends several times, and I live in the South Bay out in the Hermosa Beach area, and I'll go into a bar and hang out, and girls will come up, talk to me, they'll ask if I have a girlfriend, I'll say yeah, and 10 minutes later they're still wanting to go home with me.
Well, because you're a challenge, Ed.
I don't know what.
Because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because we can't believe from everything that we, see in the media, hear in the media, blah, blah, that you say yes. Like, we can't believe that you're going to be faithful.
Yeah.
That's it. And then when you are, we're like, hey.
I don't believe Ed.
We can't believe it. You don't believe Ed?
I think Ed's a dog.
No, I don't.
Yeah, absolutely. Ed, you a dog?
I'm not a dog. I used to be, but you know what? Dogs breed dogs.
Wow.
So
and why did your girlfriend cheat?
What's that?
And why did your girlfriend cheat?
Why did she cheat?
Yes.
I think it was out of boredom for her.
Okay, so I take it back. You're not a dog. You're a lousy lay.
My God.